Welcome back, Cool Hush Joe family. Thank you so much for coming back and being a part of this Cool Hush Joe family. And hey, if you're not a part of this Cool Hush Joe family yet, hit that subscribe button below. Come on, hit it. Become a part of the Cool Hush Joe family so you don't miss out on delicious meals like the one we're making today, which is mashed potatoes with gravy, as you saw in the intro. And you wonder why we're making this. Well, that's because it is now Thanksgiving holiday season. So every Wednesday now until Thanksgiving here on Cool Hush Joe, we were making a traditional Thanksgiving Day meal, which we all like to have on Thanksgiving. So make sure you watch this video, hit subscribe, and the like button so you can come back and see all the great, delicious Thanksgiving meals that will be made here every Wednesday on Cool Hush Joe. And on Saturdays we make regular meals, so you also don't want to miss out on that. So, like I said, hit that subscribe button. But anyway, I am talking way too much. Let's get into the video. So as you see, I am peeling my mashed potatoes now here. I am using real potatoes. I just feel like real potatoes are a better way to go. If you would like, you can use box potatoes. That's totally fine and a good option too. But like I said, for me, I just feel like if you're going to have good Thanksgiving Day mashed potato, you want a real mashed, well, they're not mashed yet, but you want a real potato to mash into the mashed potatoes. A little tongue twister there, how about that one? But let's go. So, as you see, I am just peeling these potatoes to get all of the skin off, and I am peeling them onto the bag that came in. This is a little trick I like to use, because then once you're done, you just pick up the bag and throw them out. As you see, some of them are flying everywhere, flying potatoes. But anyway, like I said, this is just a little trick I like to use so it's easy cleanup. Because hey, we aren't here to clean up, we're here to cook. So the easier the cleanup, the better it is to be cooking, right? So, but now let's move on. As you see now, I am going to cut the potatoes. So as I cut, I am going to let you listen to a little music. So as you see, we have now cut our potatoes, and now we're just going to rinse them off like so. Just want to make sure they're washed. As you see what I'm doing, just so, because they do come from the ground, so just wash them for precautionary reasons. And then you see I'm going to put it in a pot, and you fully submerge it with water. And I sprinkle some salt, and you're going to leave the lid cracked open a little bit, and you can bring it to a boil. And to check if it's a boil, you see how it's nice and tender. You can't really see, but I poke it with a fork, and when it's nice and tender, that's when you know it's boiled. So now it's time to make it mashed. So as you see, I threw some butter, and now I'm putting some heavy cream in there. If you want to see what heavy cream I use, go to the community section, because I'm going to post what kind I want. So, you know, if you go to the community section, you need to be subscribed. So make sure you subscribe so you can see that what special kind of heavy cream I used, because it's a special kind for all you lactose free people out there too, so make sure you want to see what it is. But let's go to our next thing. So as you see now, everything, the butter melted, and we're just going to now mash them all together, because this is how we're going to turn them into those mashed potatoes. So as you see, we're just going to continue to mash as you want to get it all nice and, like, I guess, mashed, right? So, as you see how I'm just doing, I'm just using this smasher tool. That's what I call it. It's probably a proper name, but we're going to call it a mashing tool. So as you see, that's just how I do it, and I kind of stir as I do it too. So yeah, it's just now you see how they're kind of like fluffy-ish looking. You know, that's kind of how they're done. So good, time to make a gravy. So as you see, we melted some butter on a pan, like so. And I just poured some flour into the pan. See, I'm just kind of melting the butter a little bit more. I added a little more butter. You might have to add a little more depending on how fluffy it looks or not fluffy. You want it to get kind of like thick. So as you see, I'm just kind of mixing this together and pushing the butter, kind of melting it, help it melt a little bit as I am doing it. So you're just gonna mix. So you want to get it nice and kind of like thick. And you might have to pour a little more beef broth into it, which I didn't really show, but I do pour beef broth into this, so make sure you do. So as you're doing it, you're gonna just pour more. See, there it comes. Here comes the beef broth. So as you see, you're just gonna pour a little bit more beef broth in as you need it, to give it that thicker, kind of creamy-ish look to it. As you see, I'm adding more. And now as you see, I added how it's getting kind of like thicker and more like creamier. This is how you want it to look. See how now I pick it up and it's just kind of dripping off the spoon? That is how you want it to look. So now that that is done, we are going to put this onto a plate very soon. And here you go. Now you put your mashed potatoes and you put your gravy on top. And here you go. Here is your mashed potatoes with gravy, a nice traditional Thanksgiving Day meal. So as I always say, enjoy and schmwatschnego. And if you, like I said, if you didn't do it, hit that subscribe button now. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And I will see you next time on Cool Hush Joe.